So Jigna, first of all, thank you for sparing time and coming up for this uh, conversation with us at a short notice. And I was just going through your profile, and I was amazed to see that. So there was the list of awards and recognition was not ending. In fact, so 50 most influential women, 100 women face, and 150 top SME, and then the list is so long I can't even cover it up in this session.
I know,
So,
God grace of God. When I started my journey, it was never the fashion thing which was in mind.
right.
I was from a background where my father was a top ranker and he was gold medalist, and
Okay.
the whole school of thought was always like to educate a girl with the thought that when some crisis comes up, at least you can handle the situation. You are independent. You are like sort of
Right.
you cannot seek what you call the support from others. That was the
Right.
whole idea behind that. So I did my masters in commerce, and I did my I prepared myself to be a professor,
Right.
and I was teaching in top university, teaching economics, and I
Okay.
taught economics for almost 2 years.
Right.
And it happened because father always wanted me to take up a job which is very, very convenient for a woman, because the idea
Right.
of after marriage you cannot give time like 10 hours, 12 hours being a businesswoman and all. So I
Right.
said, okay, that time I had no idea about it. Like, what is your inside, the thrive for the field? In the
Right.
sense
Right.
you are exactly looking for your life and all. So then, anyways, I started journey that way, and then after 2 years, it
Right.
seems like the life takes you where you have to ultimately reach your journey is destined to.
Right.
And I wasn't enjoying, though it's a very noble profession, but I wasn't enjoying the job of a professor, because
Okay.
it was more like the confined to four walls, and the statistics change every year that economy has gone down and up, and unemployment has gone down, and poverty has gone up, and all those factors.
Right.
And I was a person who was very ambitious in the sense I wanted to see different countries, continents. I wanted to eat different cuisines, wanted to meet new people every day. So I thought
Right.
I'm not fit for this profession, and better let me find out what my soul says and what my roots. Somehow my inner being takes me. So then I went to my college where I had studied my masters from, and I took their opinion that I cannot see my life or see this particular profession for the whole life. So
Right.
everything is good. And then they had seen me being very active in the college days and being in the
Right.
committee and handling the events. And so they said, like, you are basically a person who's very, very social and very, very friendly kind of a person with your detailing, your sense of detailing for the work is like too high. I think you're meant to be a designer or something which is more related to the meticulous detailing ka jo field hota hai. And then,
Right.
okay, I said, let's get into designing. That's how I
Okay.
got into it.
Okay. So from being a professor to designing, I think two different poles of the career. And being a woman, I think it's been always tough in India, like to be a businesswoman and to be a woman. I think.
Of course, however we say and we talk about women entrepreneurship,
Right.
though I'm not being negative, but I must say, like, the man and woman till today not at par. They're not
Right.
treated at par as long as the businesses go,
Right.
because
Right.
bosses are not taken as seriously as female bosses are not taken as seriously as the male bosses.
Right.
And that is where I've experienced, in my one small experience, I started my venture in a small way. Dhire, slowly and steadily, I started growing. And one fine day, I had huge orders on
Right.
hand from stars like Sunil Shetty and Chiranjeevi of South and all. And
Right.
then I thought, why not to come up with my own factory?
Right.
My own factory, and the first 6 months, I had to wind it up.
Okay.
And that pushed my graph 10 years behind. So
Okay.
I made huge losses only because manufacturing area is an area where women, and especially when I started, I was pretty young,
Right.
and
Right.
without any background, without any backing of manufacturing,
Right.
And dealing with labor was extremely difficult. That is where first time I realized that it's not that easy
Right.
for a woman to handle business and manufacturing especially.
Right. Great. So I think what you said, and I truly understand that how difficult it is. Despite we are now much more forward in terms of our acceptability of all the genders in any field, but still I see that it's not that easy. I see around me also, though I'll be very open about that. Second thing, if you look at your journey, right, from where you started and from where you are today, I'm sure you must have seen lots of ups and downs, right? And entrepreneurship is all about ups and downs only. So if you have to relook your journey, right, and if you have to identify.
First of all, whenever we start business, it starts with passion.
Right.
You know, a lot of passion. You want to do this and you want to achieve this, but then we fail somehow to plan the whole strategy in very detail. We just see we are single track usually. We want to achieve, everyone wants to achieve and reach somewhere. See, the first milestone or first mistake what I did in life was I could see, okay, I have orders on hand, suppose say XYZ amount. Advances have come. I've got the factory, I've procured the raw material, everything is there. But I never imagined that my labor would fail the whole project so miserably and they would put me in trouble, because I was thinking everything is set. Everything including the procurement and everything is done, advance money is come. What I thought, this money would come, I'll pay, second step I would go. But in between, there is always between the lines which we did not read. And being an entrepreneur, I think one should learn the art of reading between the lines. That is the first thing I would say, that I think probably it doesn't come with degree, but it comes that's a sense which one should either develop, it's inherent, or maybe one can develop it over a period of time. So there are such areas where one needs to really meticulously plan and then see if we fail. If with that option we think with. So it's not negative feeling. We always think positive that we achieve, we do this, we do that. Nothing wrong in that. But and that is called that Cobra effect, what we call in that language. That Cobra effect is a effect where you think from the critical point of view also, or a negative point. In case if we fail, what should be the outcome? And I think that every entrepreneur should must focus on that.
Okay, great. And
I know, I tell you, we have seen the old time ladies, even the stars that you say, maybe Madhubala or that generation, Meena Kumari and all, and even our moms and grannies and all, and they always used to be so beautiful without even the makeup and without so much of hairdo and all, though the simple look. So that grace they had, and then suddenly I could see the generation right now what we are in. So it's all more a pump and show and so much of makeup and so much of the whole complete, I can say, the U-turn of a woman when without makeup and with makeup. Being a fashion designer, I dealt with a lot of stars, including Priyanka Chopra and all top Bollywood stars and all who's who of India, and I could see that skin over the skin. That means what we say is the layers on the skin started getting so much that now difficult once a woman removes 7 layers of makeup and what she looks. Then I could realize beauty is not in isolation. A word or a fashion is not a word where you just wear a good attire. You need to have good skin, you need to have good hair, you need to have good personality. So what that time women had, and then it happened, somehow I went to Pondicherry, Auroville, and Auroville I stayed there for a few days and experienced the organic world, right from eating organic food to using organic products to everything, and I realized, something is there. Why the whole world is made after organic thing, and the world is paying the highest amount for organic agarbatti, like you say, organic and non-animal tested cosmetics and all. And then it happened, we had a huge organic farm here in Bombay, And we were taking that thing very seriously. But then I thought, no, I want to offer a complete package to a woman. Not only good clothes and good accessories, but along with that, no point if the skin is not glowing or if the natural, the thing is not there, the flair is not there.
Right.
That's how I got into organic.
Great. So now I can find the connection between fashion and organic. So, and is it scalable? Is it profitable? And what kind of volumes we are working right now? You can just share something on that.
Yeah, see, so far where I've reached, starting from say 1,000 rupees, initial basic working capital, we've gone to some crores of rupees now, the turnover. And I was the first designer to get into the high-end Western outfits, keeping in mind the Indian roots, in the sense giving Indian artisans work, because end of the day, it's all about your roots. Wherever you go, you would be satisfied eating only your own food, because it's in your genes. So we cannot live lifelong without like dal, roti, chawal, whatever. Same way with our own fabrics, with our own styling. You cannot live like the lifelong wearing a Bhutan ka local dress or maybe something else where those countries wear Chinese dress or something. So then I thought, okay, but why not understanding the structures of women? Because Indian structures are very different, and that was the USP where my brand REVE got a hit, because we started creating, instead of the foreign brands, they have size 6, size 8, size 10, size 12. The gradation is very clear. While Indian women, the height standards go from 4'11" to 5'11", short and stout and long and slender and all sorts of structures. So we don't fall into the sizing very clearly.
Absolutely.
I am not talking about man. Man still size 40, size 42, 44, XL, large, because by and large what they wear is an oversized shirt. Or maybe pant or whatever, they are very clear. But when it's a very contoured, a very, very nicely fitted outfit or a very smart outfit where a woman has to really feel good, feel confident, that time what matters, it should be for her own structure. But then you don't have time to go to a designer and get everything done and all. So why not if you get that package in hands? That was my USP, along with now the clothing. We are going more now organic also, because it's not about what you wear, what you apply on your skin, what you eat. That is also very important, because life is never in isolation that you eat junk whole day and then your skin would look. No therapy or no beauty treatments can make you look good or your skin glowing unless you follow a particular lifestyle. Maybe once in a way it's fine, you eat junk food, you do everything. So we are trying to offer even the food also, which is our own grown food, where we have a farm and we have in small quantities, like the mangoes are there, raspberry, mulberry. So the basic things we are trying to come into, and India is a rich country for that. I think for the resources what we have. And the world is looking up at India, that so much of variety we have, grains we have. Why not to give employment to artisans? Why not to give employment to farmers and do something?
Absolutely. Now, my other question is that now fashion designing is a very creative field, and even I think organic farming require a lot of in-depth knowledge of the vertical, and you need to have a love for that product, right? Then only you can enter into it, right? But being an entrepreneur, you need to juggle with your financial, your fund flows, your balance sheets, and your profit and loss, and all those things.
I know, I've paid huge cost for that. So I think being a creative person, as you know, that's a struggle every entrepreneur every time has to, because you can't really just move your eyes from one area. It has to be constantly finance, accounting, product, creativity, all of them, because it's gone and it's said like, no, okay, nazar hatti or durghatna ho gayi kinds, like any times. So business is also 24/7 all the time, but of course you learn a lot of things over a period of time, and till today I'm learning finance and GST and whatnot. And it's all in the Indian structure, more than earning money, saving money
Right.
through your taxation, through your lot of other things also. It's very important being an entrepreneur. But then, of course, now I'm at the stage where I can hire a good team.
Right.
Initially, I had to look after everything myself. But then I have a core team where I get support from there. I get time by time the new policies and new suggestions and new
Right.
things. See, almost time by time, as I say, the challenges also change. So initially running a retail outlet, the major challenge was that time retaining staff.
Right.
Especially very high-end outlets, what I had, which were part of five-star hotels, and mine was major, the very high-end crowd with foreign customers and all those top industrialists like Adanis and Ambanis and all those. So you need to have the staff also who can speak English, or presentable, who understand the fashion and everything.
Right.
Nowadays, after lockdown, again the whole scenario has changed. People have started living with the basic necessities. So now again to continue with the fashion field, which is $1 billion industry, the whole product development to the MRP, everything, the whole process, I think it's going to be re-looked into. And that's going to be a challenge now, because still people settle down. We are still not clear that what should be our next production line. Because we don't know the response of people, what price factor, what this thing. Because what happened now, people who were buying Gucci and Armani, they also feel, yeah, we could live 4 months without Gucci, Armani, without, even I myself could feel 4 months and just on the basic necessities. That means these things are not really the first priority of life. And that has affected us also, fashion designers also.
Absolutely.
Fashion is a field which is never going to die. But the high fashion clothes, because of the wedding industry, because of event industry, was such a big industry. But every day something or other thing was always going on. Destination wedding, and people used to spend like, the healthy, handsome amounts on that. And that is suddenly right now, cut down. So that is a big challenge we feel, the product range.
Right. But I think you have touched two very important points, which are basically part of my next question. One is, I think you told that the sensitivity of the team to understand your customer, like once they walk into your showroom or product, dealing that. So you can create. So you are the owner, you are the founder, you understand the taste. You created a product basically which suits them. But somebody who's representing you, the frontliners, right? They need to understand the integrity of the product and the taste of the customer, and so that they can marry it at the right time and can offer them at the right time.
For that thing, you constantly need to interact with your staff, and you always keep on giving them the education and training, because they are not. See, I am a NIP graduate, and the experience is what I've gone through. So I'm confident handling the customers, but at least basic, a nice approach to a customer or a welcoming approach. Though you're not as knowledgeable as me, maybe the staff, you cannot expect them to attend to a customer, but believe me, for initial 5 years, 6-7 years, REVE Fashion, we never did a single advertisement in the newspaper, media, anything. Because what we thought, your 70% of business should come back from the same customers. Customers should come back to you. Unless and until you have the repeat customers, you cannot every day build new client base. Whatever advertisement you do, but somewhere you're failing when your customer doesn't come back to you. Whatever the time gap, 2 months, 6 months, 8 months, but they should come back to you. And for that, product is not the only thing. Along with product. And see, the crowd I was dealing with, they're very high-end customers. Buying is not an issue with them. So they don't come to you with the budget in mind that I have to buy only 2,000 rupees outfit, provided it should match my requirement. A simple example, once my Times of India editor, a customer was traveling to US, and she suddenly happened to interview Mr. Obama. Now her structure was such, as you know, most of the newsreaders and anchors and all. So she was like, the the upper body was size 10, lower body was size 20. She won't get anywhere anything which is ready to fit. She was representing India. She had to wear something which is more of Indian culture, not completely Indian, but somewhere.
Right.
Time. She called me and she said, I want something to be delivered within a week. I ran my factory for the night also. I had the measurements. I knew what she can carry, what colors, what all. And then I made it and delivered it to you. That time money was not an issue. It was only because she was speaking on BBC and the whole world was looking at it. That is our customer's experience. And she was so happy with the outfit. It's all about handling the time.
Right.
So all those experiences, your staff should be trained well, at least to answer, at least to attend to them. And then they can always pass on. And education always works.
So basically, training is what you said. The repeated training is the only solution for you. Like this is what you think.
You need to constantly keep them upgrading, with the knowledge.
Yeah, perfectly makes sense.
Till today, I feel wish I didn't carry so many ethics. No, that to earn only by honesty. I think you cannot earn by honesty, and that is a regret. In a way, as a Pandal, of course, I've got a lot of respect and I've got a lot of features and all. Side is there, but seeing other colleagues of mine or the juniors, seniors, and the amount of money they have made by all the short tricks and manipulations, which I couldn't do, maybe because of the upbringing, because of the the values I carried from the family, from the institution I studied, that tried to be 100%, and that is where somehow probably that's the honest regret, I would say.
Great. Okay. I think next 1 year would be very crucial because they will be redesigning the complete business model for almost all businesses. Fashion would be, I think, how you said that would be deeply impacted by the entire episode. Right, the taste and flavor of people will change. The pockets will change. Right, the buying habits will change. So, how do you propose to now redesign the entire model? And what do you think that which area would now boom and how you are planning to tap that opportunity? And how do you want to recover from what you have lost in terms of, obviously there would be the high value products would obviously start already seeing that dip in terms of the demand and all that. So how do you see that? What is your new plans and what are your strategy to cover up those new opportunities and handle the current challenges?
Usually it's seen even after World War, after all the epidemics, before this also. I think this is all about the corrective measures. Right. Stop, pause, see yourself, and then you decide the direction. And I think epidemic also would give a new direction. It's not going to stop, but then we have to really altogether relook. And I think maybe with a new approach, fresh approach. Okay, this is what is working or this is what is going to work. And probably I personally feel now it should be more of not the quality, it's going to be quantity. So far people used to spend like the high value clothes to impress people and to value. Now, since suddenly the awareness about the hygiene, say personal hygiene is there, that you need to wash now the outfits, every single wear. So far, high fashion clothes were not to be washed every single wear. That you go to a party, come back, iron it, or probably just take care of it. Again, push it back in the cupboard, or maybe twice, thrice you wear it and then you wash it. But now people are so cautious that they say, no, yaar, we wash. Now we need every day a new cloth. Where we go, come back straight. Send it for the laundry or for the wash, and also we need to now more look into those options where it's more of not quality based. Of course, quality is there, but it's more of quantity and the pricing. The game has to be now the pricing.
Okay, great. And
I personally feel everything else, whatever you achieve in life, of course, you feel satisfied end of the day that, okay, so many people know you and this host who sit with you, but what are you going to take with you? And I feel that satisfaction, of course, it's there, but then at certain age, you start giving back to society.
Right.
I feel a different happiness when I see my workers getting their daughters married from my money, whatever they've earned, or they're giving them education. Or it's poor woman who comes to you and says, "Madam, because of you," and so much trust and faith they keep in you that for 5 years they don't withdraw money. They say, "No, keep it with you because my husband is a जुगाड़ी, जाके पैसा खर्च के आ जाएगा मैडम, वो जुआ खेलता है, तो you keep because what I am handwork कर रही हूँ मैं, और कोई skill नहीं है उन लोगों में." And then that money से वो अपनी बेटी को education दे रही है, बेटी is becoming now a doctor. So that happiness I feel somewhere I'm becoming an instrumental, what do you call, the factor in somebody's life, where that happiness, that poor mother cannot do anything except the sewing part or the little embroidery part she knows. So I think that gives me the kick. No, I should go on.
Very well. I think very interesting and very great thought of yours. Okay, so I'll move into next question. I think so. Now you have seen a complete journey and ups and downs and all those things, and you built the entire empire yourself.
See, new generation, what I feel about the designers, nothing wrong with that, but they're very quick buck generation. They want something like quick, result quick, money quick, everything quick. Right. And business is a journey where nothing quick works. See, most of the startups, 90% of the startups fail because they get frustrated very fast when they don't see results within 6 months or within the time limit what they have decided. They get frustrated. No, business is a very what do you call, the game of patience. You need to have a lot of patience, and you fail also, and then you need to again come back. So first, don't give up. Never give up in life. Once you decide, no, you have to reach there. Anyhow, you can reach there. Whatever comes in life. Second thing, keep on learning. Right. See, if you see life, every day you have to learn something new. Entrepreneur's journey is not a paid job where you go to a desk, handle only one particular aspect of the whole organization. No, because you have to handle everything and keep on learning. So we also learn every day. Now we learn the technology. Zoom came in. Zoom we learned. Something else came in. So keep on learning. That's how you evolve yourself. And maybe probably see read between the lines and where your future is going, where the life is going. It's all about observation. So second thing I would say, be a sharp observant. See what is now the future and what product you can offer, what services you can offer.
Right. I think bang on. I think very two solid point you have made. One is learning, and I think one is never say quit and never quit what you've been doing it. And a sharp observer. I think these are very basic and but very integral part of our entrepreneur evolution if we're talking about. So with this, I'm coming to my last question, which is a question which is basically of my interest. So the first time you heard about the name of the book, which when we're talking about this interview, what came into your mind? That is the first thing. And then second, I would like to know your definition of Junoon, Jarurat Jugaad.
See, first of all, when of course I was pretty happy with the communication the way it went. Very frankly, most of the communication, as you know, with the beginning is wrong. Because there are questions and they don't talk to the point. First of all, no entrepreneur has time, especially my level, where they talk all idhar udhar ki baatein and then they say something and then something they come up with and all. Straight, okay, connect. This thing, this is the purpose, you want to feature me, okay, I know, okay, this is the thing. Otherwise, usually we don't get into the straight interview and all because for the, it's not worth it because people then try to cash on your name and a lot of things and all. So I was pretty happy and I said yes because see, even we got that instinct after all 20 years experiences that who's genuine and who's not genuine. Some people just try to take benefit from you and it happened even through LinkedIn also. A lot of people, they want to make you a brand ambassador and ultimately it's all their benefit. And it has happened also. We've also been fooled by a lot of people. So that was the first thing I appreciate about your the whole idea and the organization, and I was pretty happy. I said yes instant, only with your approach and with your attitude, and that's the correct attitude to deal with any professional. Whomever you approach, your approach should be right. Okay, this is the point I want to talk to you. As first thing, and about your Junoon, as I said, passion. First and foremost requirement of any entrepreneur that without passion you cannot do anything. वो धक्का गाड़ी बोलते हैं जो धक्का लगा के cannot go long. So that dhakka has to be the self push. Someone cannot push you in life, and you cannot go long run for that. Jugaad, of course, Indian minds are all for jugaad, and sometimes being in the journey of business, you need to find out your own solutions, what we call jugaad, that ultimately end of the day, your system should work, it should go on. And that is where the jugaad is required, I feel. So this is the most appropriate word what you selected, your Junoon and Jugaad. And it should go.
Yeah. There's one more word which is called Jarurat, which is the mid part. So the book name is Junoon Jarurat and Jugaad. So Jarurat is also where I would like to have your definition.
That's the first thing. That's how it starts. So there is no this thing to say in specific words that Jarurat, without that, of course, nothing really. Whatever you say, it's the Jarurat of money or maybe some fame or name or self-esteem or whatever. But it starts from some point where you feel the need or the desire to have something, to achieve something. Of course, I started with the desire or Jarurat of having my name, glorified everywhere with all those big names, they know me by name and they talk to me and all. Of course, it was never money, but some people have the different instinct, what we call the instinct or Jarurat, all that's always there. It starts with that. Otherwise, nothing happens in life.
Bang on, and I think so nice of you for sparing time and sharing all your views very openly and honestly.